Hello Facebook, Tara Nolan from transformationtara.com. See if I can go somewhere. I wanted to stand out here because it's like warm and gorgeous today. Happy Monday. Can you believe it's Christmas this weekend? Looks like a white Christmas up here, doesn't it? Back in the North Woods after a trip to Milwaukee and Chicago this weekend. And I'm here to be back in the 12:30 Monday through Friday little show that I'm doing called the Daily Balance Countdown to Christmas. And I do want to let you know, so I don't forget later on, that I'm doing a free live coaching webinar today at 4:30 p.m. So I'm going to post the link in case that seems like something that would benefit you and help you to figure out what the next steps are and where you want to go to get clear on your purpose and create balance in your life, create prosperity along with others. And that also, so just click the link that I'm going to post right after this, and you can sign up. And there's one today at 4:30 and one Wednesday at noon. And that's the last time I'll be doing this live. It's only this week, and then you'll have a chance at the end to do some question and answer. So you'll get free online live coaching with me to answer any questions you have. So if there's things that have been on your mind, please do register and tune in, and it won't be to the public live like this. Okay, so my topic today, hoping to give you some benefit. I'm going to get a little bit deep today because it's really where I'm at, and I can't come on Facebook Live or anywhere else and be someone that I'm not or act like I'm feeling a way that I'm not. And I'm just going to put it right out there and say I'm feeling a little melancholy. I was out of town doing a lot of fun things. As I mentioned, I saw a lot of friends, and I went to a great play, Hamilton, in Chicago. I highly suggest it. It was amazing and inspiring about how you live and your legacy that you leave. And sadly and ironically, that was followed the next day with going to a friend's funeral that was near and dear to my heart. We'd been friends since I was 18 years old, which is quite a while. And really, I don't want to bring you down with this. I really want this to be inspiring instead. So allow that to be your perspective with it, that how you live is really, whether or not you live, how you live is what you leave for a legacy. And with my friend's passing, I guess it's left me with how do I really want to live this life. I know that mortality is a reality, and I know that I want to make a difference, and I'm going to make damn sure to do that. And I'm going to tell you, it's not easy to live that way because it really takes a rebellious spirit and a rebellious attitude, so you've got to have that. And what's more is, I talk about this finding your purpose. That takes courage and a rebellious attitude, and sadly, I think most people don't, and I think they just don't know how, and it's a lot to deal with in this life that we try to be the best. We try to do the best we can, and we try to be the best we can to other people and to our families, and, make our parents proud and be good parents for our kids, and, have the neighbors like us maybe. But what happens in the mix of all of that is sometimes we lose ourselves because we can't live true to who we really are. We can't live with this term called authenticity. My friend really lived with authenticity, and it did actually piss people off a lot, and it maybe even hurt some people sometimes. But I loved his rebellious spirit and his authentic way of living, and it's really what I respect, and it's what I'm committed to in my life. And it takes a strength from the heart to say, I'm sorry I can't be what you want me to be, the rest of the world, but I have to be this. Because when you choose to get in touch with your heart and really be this, like whatever's in there, and show up that way and do that in your career, or what might become more than a career, but a vocation or a calling, do that with your children. That's the example that you set, and that's when you can really light the world on fire, or even light your own life on fire in a beautiful, positive, amazing way, and set your. I guess the phrase I'm remembering is what sets the passion and living authentically is what sets the human soul on fire, and that's really a way to live. So I want you to leave a comment if you are ready to live with authenticity in your life, just tell me yes, or tell me that you are the rebel to do that. I'd really, really love to see a comment. I see some friends and some people watching. It's great to see you guys on here. So give me a thumbs up or a yes, or I'm in, or I'm the rebel too, that we're going to live this way. And here's a way to kind of do it and get in touch with that part of yourself. I always give coaching or journaling exercises on the Daily Balance. So you write down in your journal like 1 to 3 areas of life where you really live authentically. Like you do something that is totally you, and you do it for you, and I want you to write down what the result is or how it makes you feel. Like, how does that impact you or your life, or even impact other people's lives? And then part number 2, the question would be for journaling, where in my life do I live inauthentically? And, you might be really quick to write this down. You might have to give it some thought. And then I want you to follow that up with, how does that impact my life? How does this show up in my life? How does it impact others? So an example might be, I know I'm really authentic in my relationship with so-and-so, with one of my girlfriend, Colleen, because I can tell her, my pains, I can tell her my woes, I can tell her my, what matters the most, and, how does that make me feel? It makes me feel like in touch with the real me, and it makes me feel genuine, and that makes me feel accepted for who I really am and loved. And that was one thing my friend always gave me too. He was one of the people that I could be the most myself with than almost anyone, because I really felt non-judged. And that feeling of non-judgment is a feeling of like, that's what love is to me. Like when you really love someone for like even the things that everyone else is annoyed about, right? Or when you feel loved, or just accepted, and like, don't be so hard on yourself for the things that are just you. And then an example of where I might be inauthentic might be just a job comes to mind. It could certainly be, it's always relationships too, that comes up in those. If you're hiding something in your life, or there's a job that you're really struggling with every day and you hate it, but you show up with a smile. Like, how does it make you feel inside? Or maybe you don't show up with a smile, but how does it make you feel? Or how does it impact your life? And what does it lead to? So it's just this higher level of awareness that really creates a deeper level of living, and we call it conscious living. So conscious living, greater connection to self, like one of the main rules in finding fulfillment is know thyself. So this kind of work is actually really meaningful as it gets you to know yourself. So where you're authentic and where you're inauthentic is kind of the theme today in finding balance and greater fulfillment. And my message is, be the rebel. Be the rebel and live according to you and what's in your heart. Find your purpose, live by your rules, create it on your terms. And people won't always accept it along the way. But in the end, you end up shining. In the end, you're the inspiration. You're the one that they want to be near even more, or be like even more, or admire even more, because you went through the trenches and did it. And I've been there. I'm going to share with you a few of those tips to getting there. 3 key steps on the webinar I devised. I worked really hard on this webinar, so I hope that you can join. Click a link that I'm going to post, and 4:30 today or Wednesday at noon. And anyway, I hope this message leaves you feeling inspired with how you want to live your life, and know that you are completely unique. Your gift is unique, and that this life is precious. So let's appreciate ourselves, give yourself some love, and appreciate those in it with you. And with that, I'll just say enjoy the rest of your Monday, and thanks for being here with me. Lots of love. Bye. See you tomorrow.